let's roll over to the next big Clippers trade. The Indiana Pacers trade for Ivan Zubac. This trade was really big and really small at the same time. The
Yeah.
Pacers are the fourth best team. They have a 45% chance to have a top four pick. Why do you make this trade? You make this trade because Pascal Siakam is not a center. We saw last year in the finals when they would play big ball, the Oklahoma City Thunder, with Chet and Hartenstein. And bless Miles Turner's heart, he's not a defender. He's a scorer. So you get Zubac in here. He was a defensive player of the year. He's always a defensive player of the year candidate. So he automatically makes your team better. Losing Bennedict Mathurin is going to hurt. He is a young guy who came into that series last year and helped them.
Yeah.
I get it. Everyone's going to say, Kevin, he's only hot every other game. But if every other game is 30, shit, we'll take it. That's a good microwave kind of guy to have. He's a young guy. He's 21 years old. So the Clippers get to get Darius Garland, who's 25, and Bennedict Mathurin, who's 21 years old. The only interesting thing about this is I get it. They have a 42% chance to get a top four pick. That pick that they traded to the Clippers is protected 1-4 and 10-30. So that pick is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's going to the Clippers. So I get it. You know, the Pacers stink, but that's a gamble because on one side of the coin, you can get AJ DeBonta, you can get Darren Peterson, you can get Cameron Boozer, you get Caleb Wilson. Like, we can go on and on about this generational draft class. But if those ping pong balls don't go your way and it's 5-9 and you lose that first round pick, you went all in for 2027 for what?
Zubac.
So it can go either which way, but it's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out if they are lucky enough to keep that pick. Alex, what were your thoughts on the Pacers trading for Zubac?
I didn't even know what happened. I think it was today's Friday, so maybe this morning or late last night or something that I heard the news. Now, obviously, the trade deadline happened yesterday afternoon, so I was probably just late to the party. But, you know, when I was kind of scrolling on like ESPN and Shaun's his Twitter account and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, like Chris Paul's a Raptor and Mike Conley is just kind of in the universe and yada, yada, yada. And everyone's trading with the Bulls, right? That's what I kind of noticed. And I was like, okay, like this deadline kind of felt like everyone rushed it at the end. And it was just kind of just in the water trades, in the water, like the weeds, like nothing like this is going to change the course of the or the Eastern Conference, right? But this trade is really interesting, like Kevin stated. Because I know why they needed a center, especially when Tyrese Halliburton comes back. That pick and roll is going to be abysmal to anyone that plays them. I just think I don't know if I would have traded my pick in the 2026 draft, even though they're still going to tank. So it's interesting then, like the Utah Jazz, for instance. Like, I feel like the Pacers really believe they'll probably get top four. And they could. But I mean, usually if you're the worst team in the league, which they are towards the bottom, sometimes you get one, but sometimes you could go down as like 5, 6.
As the Detroit Pistons.
You're screwed. Yeah, like as the Sacramento Kings. So like that's just how it rolls. And so that's really dicey. And I don't know as a GM if I would be willing to give up that pick. Bennedict, that was hard, but I could see because you needed a Zubac. But yeah, I'm interested to see what is going to happen on draft night, or not draft night.
NBA lottery night.
Yes, lottery night. See how everything goes.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy, but I mean, like I said, if they get that top 4 pick and you get to bring in a superstar 5-star prospect, the Pacers can be scary because everyone on that team is young besides Pascal Siakam. So it's going to be interesting to see